So, Irene, you are from the Philippines.
How is
Yes,
the
sir.
weather?
As you can see, we have snow.
Yeah. Mark can show it. There is snowing.
Oh my gosh, I want to experience snow. But here it's always been summer or raining. We only have two seasons.
Okay.
It's pretty hot here.
You are a copywriter and email marketer, and you are going to talk about A/B testing from planning to execution and beyond.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna start sharing my slides. By the way, thank you for inviting me here. And actually, it is my first time to be a speaker. So hello everyone, and I'm Irene, and I'm going to talk about A/B testing. Sorry, what is happening in my screen? So I am aware that not every marketers do A/B testing because it's time consuming. So let me show you how simple it is. So A/B testing, or other call it split testing, it is sending to the different versions of your email to two different sample groups of your email list. And then the winning version will be sent out to the rest of your subscribers. And then A/B testing, it is a simple yet powerful way to improve your email campaigns. So why do marketers do this? We marketers do this because we want to know which subject line has the best open rates, and then whether their target audience is more drawn to emojis or not, and then which button text makes people most eager to click, and then what image in your email drives better conversions. Next one is what pre-header text generates the best open rate, and there's so much more to discover when it comes to A/B testing. So if you're gonna ask me what are the benefits of A/B testing, first it helps you improve open rates, and then second it helps improve click rates, and then the third one, it helps improve conversion rates and sales. So I'm gonna talk about the 3 tips for running more effective A/B testing for emails. First, you need to have a hypothesis. You need to have a strategic hypothesis about why a particular variation might perform better than the other. Best way to do this is to come up with a basic hypothesis for the test before you begin. Example, we believe personalizing the subject line with the subscriber's first name will help make our campaign stand out. And then next, you need to prioritize your A/B tests. Not all A/B test ideas are created equal, and you want to prioritize the ideas that are most likely to get you the best result with the least effort. And then next, build on your learnings. Not all A/B test ideas are created equal. Some might work and others might not. And you want to prioritize and you use and learn from each, and you need to learn from each A/B test to run and use that knowledge to create campaigns next time. So with all of that, how to set up A/B testing for accurate results? First, you need to decide which variable to test. When you test two subject lines, the open rate will show which one of your subjects appealed most to your subscribers. And then when you test different products image in your email layout, you'll want to look at both at the click rate and conversions. So how do you pick the correct sample size when you're doing A/B testing? It really depends on how big or small your email is. When you have a big email list, you need to follow the 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle, meaning you focus on 20% that will bring you 80% of the results. So 10% of that is going to variant A, and then the other 10% will go to variant B. And then the winning variant will be sent to the rest of your subscribers, which is the 80%. Now, when you have a smaller list, make your sample size large enough to get statistically significant results. So the test will be 80 to 95%, and then the winning version will be sent to your remaining small percentage of your email list. So when it comes to timing window, let's say you're going to send your email or your campaign at 10 a.m. So you need to start testing by 8 a.m. for you to have 2 hours at least time frame for you to have 80% accuracy at least. Now, if you want to have greater accuracy, you need to run your A/B testing the entire day or until the next day for you to have 99% accuracy. And then let's talk about the delivery time. So you need to learn when your recipients are most likely to open your emails. Is it morning versus afternoon? Is it weekdays versus weekends, or whether it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? So you really need to know that. And then if you want to see a clear difference in the metric, you need to test one variable at a time. So if you are wondering if your opens will improve by changing the subject line versus the pre-header, so you need to find out your winning combo. You need to run 2 separate tests for this. First, you need to test 2 different subject lines with the same pre-header, and then conduct a second test using the winning subject line with 2 different pre-header texts. Once you've tested both variables on their own, you can combine the winning subject line and pre-header for optimal results. So with a lot of variables in emails, I'll give you 13 variables to test in your email A/B testing. First is the subject line, of course. Then the personalization, images, email design, email layout, preview text, CTAs or call to actions. You can also put different testimonials, links and buttons, and of course the copy, length, word order and tone of your copy, the headline text, closing text, offer types. And I know it's a lot. So I have here 5 best elements to get started with. So of course, the first one is email subject lines. When you test your email subject lines, you can ask questions in your subject line. For example, I have here the example A, 3 ways to boost your productivity, versus the example B, which is the question, do you know the 3 tricks to boost your productivity? So which one will you think have the best response to your subscribers? The way we test it, it's the letter B example. And then the next one that you can test on your subject line is you make it more personal. Example here is when you can always say 15% off sale versus using the first name of your subscribers. Sandra, we're giving you 15% off this week. So which one do you think will have your reader's attention? And it's always B. Making your subject line more personalized. And then the other thing that you want to test on your subject line is you may want to use symbols or numbers. My example here is the example A is the plain text activate your account to get started versus the example B with emojis activate your account to get started. So which one do you think will have your reader's attention? So another thing that you can test on your subject lines is you can create a sense of urgency. And this one works a lot. So for example, it's a plain get your free sample box and it's too plain versus when you use urgency last day to get your free sample box. So pretty much your subscribers will take action if you use this kind of subject line. Another thing that another variable that you can use that you can test is test sender's name. You can use a real person versus a company name. And then you can also test the full name versus the first name only. And also you can test different email addresses under the sender's name. And then also you can test the email content. You can put repeated call to actions, at least 2 to 3 call to actions on your email. And then you can play around with text on buttons. Say, let's say for the example one, buy now, purchase, or add to cart. These are the usual call to action that we use. Versus if you use the I'm in, let's do this, give me this. It's like it's gonna give your readers to, you know, more energy to take action on your email. Then for your test email content, you can also play around with different sizes, fonts, and even all caps. And then different colors for buttons. And then try varying the location of your call to action button. You can put it on the middle, at the end of your copy, or on the PS part. So it really depends. Also, consider using arrows and other visual elements to guide the reader for them to take action. So for testing the images or no images at all, while images have a positive impact on some brands, it may not be the same with other brands. So you can start with image of people versus product. It's a good start. Then one versus multiple images. Then text on image versus no text. Screenshot of a video, animated GIF versus a static image. Serious straightforward image against a goofy one. Colorful visuals versus black and white visuals. A stock image versus an image of your employees or customers in. And then also you can test your pre-header. This one is like continuation of a subject line. So you can test it in the same way as a subject line. You can ask a question, create a sense of urgency, and so on. So now that you're done with your testing and you have your results, how would you choose a winner? So you have two options here. The automatic, this contains the open rate, click rate, or total revenue. These options to send the winning combination to your remaining subscriber after a set of amount amount of time. And then the manual report statistics. Use this option to choose a winner yourself based on the reporting data or other factors that you find the most valuable. And now we're down to 10 A/B testing best practices. And the most important one is isolate your test variables. Test one variable at a time. It's really important because let's say you're looking to increase your clicks. In single test, you try a few different call to actions, designs, and different images in your email body. Even if you succeed in that to increase your clicks, how will you know what actually drove that behavior? Short answer is you won't be able to because you tested a lot of variables. So it's really important to test one variable at a time. If it is a subject line, just test the subject line. And then second, always use the control version to test against. This is the original version. This will provide you with a reliable baseline to compare your results with. And then the next one, test simultaneously. Timing is everything, especially when it comes to e-commerce. In order to account for any seasonality changes in your customers' behavior or changes to your product catalog, it is best to run your tests in parallel with one another. Then the fourth one is check if results are statistically significant before declaring a winner. And the fifth one, continuously challenge to new tests. Trends and audience behaviors are constantly changing. So it is important for marketers to continuously analyze and adjust strategies in order to succeed. So what works on the first quarter of the year may not work on the middle of the quarter of the year. And the next one is test across multiple email clients. View different devices, operating systems, and email clients to see how the emojis will render. Also, send a test to yourself first and test across many different browsers. And then the next one, define your audience. Behavioral data is precious when it comes to choosing the right target audience and helps you create successful tests. The more specific you are about segmenting the audience you wish to target, the better results you will get. And then number 8, identify your goals and justify the variation. Establishing what metrics you want to concentrate on will help you gauge success. And then next is the manage your data properly. You should be backing all of your email marketing decision with data, not with guts, not with previous experience. Always follow data. It is also important to choose an email marketing platform that will make your workload easier. And last but not the least, be patient. You have to let your test run until you have the statistical significance. Don't ever edit live tests. Okay, so we talk about the benefits of A/B testing. Now I want to be transparent to all of you. Of course, if there's benefits there's always a disadvantage of everything, including A/B testing. So with that, first, without the right systems and tools in place, A/B testing can be fairly time consuming. And then the second, without a large enough sample size and enough time given to the experiment, results may not be conclusive or can be incorrect. And then over optimization, don't let the small things distract you from the big picture. So how accurate is A/B testing? A/B testing is a tool can be accurate when done properly. And then to create an accurate email A/B test, it's important to let the experiment find its scores. Oh, so like I mentioned earlier, at least 2 hours if you want 80 plus results. If you want more accurate data, run it for the entire day. So many email apps or service providers allows you to set up tests quickly and easily. So there's no reason not to be constantly A/B testing. So those who test outperform those who don't. So that's how easy and simple A/B testing is. So this presentation is pretty quick. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Irene. So I have a question. You do email marketing in the Philippines or also in the area or all over the world?
For now in the Philippines.
Okay, how is it different, do you know, from the rest of the world? Because you know, in here in Estonia or in the EU, we have this GDPR and data privacy, so you have to like ask for permission, delete all the data that is not in use. If someone says, please stop or please delete my data, you have to like comply. Is it somehow different in the Philippines? Do you have some kind of other rules there, or do you also think about, I mean, in the US there is the Canned Spam Act, in the EU there is GDPR. Probably everyone is doing it in the Philippines also, the same way.
Honestly, it's not that there's no data privacy law here, to be honest.
Really?
Right, let's
Aware.
move everything there.
Let's move everything to Philippines.
However, it's not a reason for us marketers to get emails just like that. We need permissions for them to opt in, of course. That's how you build quality email lists.
Of course, this is true. Okay, we have a question from the audience. A/B testing in the beginning. The listener is asking, what did you mean by winning variable?
Variable. So, for example, you test the subject line. You test two subject lines. So the winning subject line, that's your winning variable.
Okay. So basically, you have like test lists, and then you have decide what is the winning variable, and then based on that you send everything else to the rest of the list.
Yes.
Okay, but and you based on what you measure the success of the test, there were different options, opens and clicks, but do you also like measure revenue or conversions or something like that?
I would say that the revenue, the sales is more important than clicks and open rates.
Okay,
It is.
but if you're drinking,
We are drinking just coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
thinking about if you are measuring the subject line, so
Mhm.
you probably still looking also to the opening rate, not only to the revenue. So,
Right.
and my question is, how long is the time from this moment when you are sending out to this moment when you decide who is the winning? Because why I'm asking this, we have seen those type of things that the client sends the A/B test in the morning,
Mul sai aku tühjaks.
and in the evening there is like, all right, the A variant is winning. Let's send out, and next day, actually after let's say 24 hours, they are seeing that, oh no, actually the B part was like way better than the A part, because in different in the A part and the B part probably are those people who are reading or opening their emails different time. So what is like your expertise? How long has to be the time when you're sending out and deciding this is the winning part?
Okay, for me to have a great or 99% accuracy for my test, I would run it for 24 hours.
Okay.
For me to have a greater data, more reliable data, so that I would know that what the winning variable is really the winning variable, because I gave a lot of time testing that variable.
Okay.
I agree, because we have also some client use cases where clients A/B test the subject line. The agency saw that one subject line like really performed like really well, 20% better than the other subject line, and then they sent out that the winning campaign to the rest of the list, and workday ended. People went home from the office, and then the B part won actually. So basically, they did the wrong decision. So they should have waited the whole like day life cycle, and after that, chosen the winning part.
Yeah, that's why you need to know when is your subscriber reads their email. That one is, you need to test that one as well. The deliverable time when they read their emails.
Okay. There is a question also from the audience that when you're working on a new account, you don't have really much subscribers yet. For example, 1,000. Is it okay is it okay the time to start A/B testing with 1,000 subscribers, or is it not enough?
1,000 subscribers. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, less than 1,000 email subscriber would be enough, but you need to test 80 to 95% of that list for you to have enough data.
Okay.
And then the small percentage of that list will, then you will send the winning variables, the winning email.
We see from our clients that people usually don't want to A/B test.
Yeah.
I don't know why. As you mentioned, it is not technically hard. The tools are built into every email service provider, and well, okay, the reasons might be different. Maybe
You don't have the time.
I don't have the time to think of different subject lines or do different copies in the email.
Or if you have like, if you are doing like 3 campaigns per week, then you don't have that. Okay, now I will test, then I wait 24 hours, and then I send out, then I have to wait again if you are starting to wait and test the next campaign. Probably one thing is also like this.
Yeah. But do you also, I have already touched this question with, I think, all of the presenters. Do you use some kind of AI tools to help you with the testing? For example, thinking of subject lines, thinking of copy, or maybe analyzing the results somehow?
Dear God, GPT.
Dear ChatGPT.
Honestly, I love AI. It's a tool. It can make your life, I mean, your research easier. But that's it. I use mainly AI for research.
Okay.
But the copy, the subject line, and all of that, I do it myself. Because again, AI is a tool. It can never replace the human intervention. So if you let AI, for example, write your copy for your A/B testing, you really need to be a good copywriter to know if AI wrote a great copy, right? So I rather wrote that myself than let AI do the work. Again, AI is a tool. It is a good junior assistant, but it cannot replace human.
Yeah, with, for example, ChatGPT, this is our good friend, at least Donald's good friend here in the office. He's
I
using it
have
all the time.
yes.
But as Adriana at first talked about, using AI tools might be not okay in some jurisdictions, for example, for copyright issues or whatever. And also, what I've heard is AI is as smart questions you can ask them. For example, you can just ask a generic question, give me a good email about selling pink socks, then he will write it. But that's it. That's the same letter that I would have written or that everyone else is writing. But if you know everything about pink socks, the texture, the fabric, or whatever, I don't know what the pictures there are on, you can ask it the right way, and then the AI can help you like write the text in a manner that is better than you. This is like an extension of you.
No.
No.
Okay, I guess you downvoted me.
Yeah.
Well,
But actually,
I,
probably many of email marketers are using AI tools to help with the subject lines and to help with the content also. Probably it's more not used, but it works better if you are doing it in English or some language which are very popular who are using the ChatGPT. Because if I'm doing it in our language, in Estonian, the
It
text is
sucks.
absolutely awful.
Yeah. It's good for conversations, but
Yeah.
yeah, not for like work
Copywriting.
you publish.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Sorry, we have one more question. It's again about the size of the test list. What is the smallest sample you would recommend for testing?
For this, at least 1,000 email lists, because lower than that is gonna be too small.
So,
It's
and
not.
as you said, like 20% for testing, 10%, and then 80 for the
Or,
winning
or,
results.
or the 1,000, you will split the half 500 and 500.
It's too small.
Too small.
So,
Okay.
I mean, if you have a small list, you need to test 80% to 95%. So, I mean, it's not really that,
Mhm.
it's time consuming for small list.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe if you do it constantly, every day, then you will start to see some kind of patterns. Which subject lines works better, even on the small lists. The like fluctuations can be like really big, but you still see that okay, using like maybe more personal approach is better, or using like product names in the subject line is better. But you know it anyway. So you might see some patterns. You start to use it. If your list grows, we suggest overall, I think, that A/B testing is anyway good idea, even if you have small lists.
I have one question. You had you had slide about CTAs. So, and
Action.
probably you have done like huge amount of testing about it. So, what your test results or what your expertise says, one CTA versus 5 CTAs in the email. What is better?
I am not gonna go through 5 CTAs in a call to in one email. That's a lot. Actually, I just use mostly two call to actions in the middle and then at the end of the copy. And if I have a PS, then another one at the PS. I mean, that's too much if you use more than that.
Actually, this is what we have seen also.
Yeah.
For example, even in an email which has a lot of products, you should not have like buttons for every product, but maybe a big button for go see all of the
Yeah.
offers. Yeah, this has been worked better than adding button for every product.
So,
So directing the attention of the reader to the one clear actionable button that they must click on.
Okay.
Okay, it seems that we don't have any more questions. Thank you again, Irene.
how much?